Hello guys, Nardino TV again and we are back again with another video. So guys, last video natin, pinakinggan natin si Donald Trump, no? Yung mga sinabi niya patungkol dun sa Canada, kung ano yung gusto niyang gawin na sabi nga niya, gusto niya gawing 51st state ang Canada, no? At talagang ibang klase siya mag-taunt, no, or mang-asar guys, no. Talagang ang tawag nga niya kay Justin is governor na, no. So hindi niya tinawag si Justin Trudeau as a prime minister ng Canada, but rather governor, di ba? So syempre guys, pinakinggan natin ang US, pinakinggan natin si Donald Trump. Syempre dapat fair lang din tayo, di ba? Pakinggan naman natin guys kung anong masasabi ng mga mambabatas natin dito sa Canada. Kung ano naman ang say nila about do sa mga sinabi ni Trump. Sang-ayon ba sila? Nagalit ba? So, pakinggan natin sila guys, no? Pero bago yan, intro muna tayo.
In the next few weeks is the beginning of a very serious destabilization, a very serious threat to democracy, certainly in the United States, given the gang of chancellors and grifters that he's putting in that are focused, I think, on undermining the checks and balances in the American democracy. What's going to happen in Canada will be immediate and very destabilizing, and I've been feeling like Cassandra calling out in the wilderness to my fellow parliamentarians to get our act together, to start getting focused. We cannot be letting this happen without a concerted Canadian response. That's very important for us. But on the international stage, what happens in Washington is going to affect all of us, and we are going into very, very dangerous times. We have Putin now talking about maybe we need a bit of a ballistic missile war with the United States. They're amping up language that's really, really dangerous, and these are not people who believe in any of the values that we do. Donald Trump does not believe in democracy. He does not believe in the sacrifices that we have made as a nation, that Americans have made to fight for freedom. He thinks that makes us suckers and losers. No, this guy is a grifter. This guy is a convicted criminal. He should not be in the White House, but hey, I can't tell Americans how to vote, but what I can say is that Canada needs to stand up.
Lang guys, no? So, ang dami niyang sinabing negative about kay Trump, right? But again, hindi ko alam kasi nga, 'di ba? Hindi natin alam kung paano bumoboto ang mga tao, 'di ba? Katulad din niya sa Pilipinas, guys, no. Marami din tayong issues sa Pilipinas sa mga ganyan. Ayoko na lang magsalita, 'di ba? So, alam natin marami namang nakaupo na hindi naman talaga dapat, no. Pero dahil binoto sila ng mga tao, ano magagawa natin, 'di ba? So, yung sinasabi niya, same din with Trump. Hindi natin alam kung paano siya nanalo or whatever, 'di ba? Pero it is what it is.
Should not be in the White House, but hey, I can't tell Americans how to vote, but what I can say is that Canada needs to stand up and hold the line while Americans get their act together and put some kind of constraint on this malignant buffoon.
Wow. Alam niyo ba ang ibig sabihin, guys, ng buffoon? A clown, no? So, para sa kanya, si Trump is a clown. So, yun yung kanyang response, no? Kailangan daw mag-act ng Canada about it. So, kailangan nilang pag-usapan kung ano ang kailangan nilang gawin, di ba? Kasi, yung mga sinabi ni Trump is kinda nang hihikayat, no? Na gumawa ng hindi mabuti, no? So we'll see. So, yan. Tingnan naman natin yung sunod, guys.
Mr. Speaker, I've stood up to Trump, and I have stood up to Putin.
Okay.
Juvenile, playground insults from the wannabe mega maple syrup conservatives do not frighten me at all.
Oh, di ba? Girl power, man. Hindi daw siya natatakot kay Trump, di ba? Kaso nga lang, eto guys, wala na siya sa posisyon. Nag-resign na rin to eh. So, di ba? So, punta tayo na sa next, guys.
Today being January 3rd, 17 days and counting till the inauguration, where we're promised an onslaught of punishments and abuses. We listen. to President-elect Trump's concerns. We dispute the nonsense that our border is allowing fentanyl and criminals to pour into the United States. Newsflash, Donald Trump, we are not aspiring to be a 51st state. We are already a sovereign country. We are a nation. And anytime anyone looks around the world for the top 10 places to live, Canada's in the top half of the top 10, always. The United States? Never. Mr. Trump,
Hindi ba,
please.
ano yun, laging dikit? Kasi kapag nagsisearch ako guys, parang yung mga top country to live in, laging laging magkasunod, Canada and US. So, pero ang sabi niya, wala daw si US, laging si Canada lang. So, hindi ko alam, Pero, para sa akin, parehong country, meron niyang pros and cons, So, nakadepende rin yan sa pangangailangan ng tao. So, kung ano yung the best na fit para sa family niya,
Before of the top 10, always. The United States? Never. Mr. Trump, please, before making public pronouncements that Wayne Gretzky should run for Prime Minister, give yourself or get yourself a briefing on the nature of parliamentary democracy, a Westminster parliamentary system, and a constitutional monarchy where no one runs for prime minister.
Wow,
I don't want to belittle Mr. Trump, but on the other hand, hey, Donald, have we got a deal for you? You think we want to be the 51st state? Nah, but maybe California would like to be the 11th province. If it was a joke, it was never funny, and it ends now.
Wow. So, yun guys, So, yung tatlong nagsalita guys, makikita naman natin hindi sila natuwa or hindi sila okay doon sa mga sinabi ni Trump about it, Pakinggan naman din natin yung sinabi ng Prime Minister ng Canada, which is si Justin Trudeau, So, pakinggan natin yung interview niya sa CNN, guys.
Let's talk about this potential 25% tariff from the United States on Canada. Economists say that will drive the Canadian economy into a recession.
Naalala nyo guys, ito yung isa sa mga main topic ni Trump doon sa last natin na video, yung sa tariff, So, ito yung sagot ni Justin Trudeau.
The Canadian government is preparing retaliatory tariffs if these actually go through. Which do you think would be potentially the most effective against the United States? I don't want them, by the way, just as an American, I don't want these tariffs, but minerals, energy?
We don't want them either. We do not want to see tariffs on our side. We do not want to see tariffs on your side. It's bad for people who have, for generations, made things together and been successful together to actually start creating barriers between economies like ours. Like, we have so many resources in Canada, more than our market can support, so we export them to our closest friend who can rely on them. It is a win-win for us. We would definitely respond, as we did years ago when President Trump put tariffs on steel and aluminum. We responded by putting tariffs on Heinz ketchup, on playing cards, on bourbon.
Ano daw? Heinz ketchup. Bakit ketchup? Bakit sa dami-dami ng sample ketchup? So, yun daw ang ipanggaganti natin kung sakali. Heinz ketchup. Ayokong gawing katawa-tawa, guys. Pero, di ba, sa dami naman ng sample, bakit Heinz ketchup, di ba?
Aluminum. We responded by putting tariffs on Heinz ketchup, on playing cards, on bourbon, on Harley Davidsons, on things
yun dapat yung una. Si Harley Davidson na lang, Yung mga big bike. Para... Sorry, guys. Pero, Pero, yun daw yung magiging respond kung sakali.
Bourbon, on Harley Davidsons, on things that would hurt American workers. But we don't want to do that because it drives up prices for Canadians and it harms our closest trading partner.
Is there nothing that Donald Trump is saying about trade status and relations right now where you think that he has a point? There's nothing you think that is unfair?
I mean, the conversation around tariffs started around border concerns.
Yan.
And what I spoke with him about in
Sinabi din ni Trump yan
was
diba?
the fact that less than
Na
1%
nagagaling daw
of
sa Mexico tsaka
migrants
Canada.
into the United States, less
mga
than
illegal.
1% of fentanyl into the United States comes from Canada. But there are absolutely more
Right.
things we can do.
And you
we've
pledged $1
stepped up.
billion to enhance border
And we're
security.
strengthening. That's a clear win for President Trump that got us to do even more to reduce even further the minimal amounts coming in. On trade, there's more that we can do, but we should be focused on making sure that we're replacing Chinese lithium or Chinese germanium or Russian titanium into American productions by relying on your closest and friendliest trading partner in Canada. We can be a strong supplier of things that the U.S. needs to compete around the world because we can do it together. That's the argument that I'm making.
So the struggle that you were having domestically, your disapproval rating
Friendly
had
talaga
to
si
do
Trudeau eh, no?
with, you have to go before you go. I know you're not going to say who you want to succeed you, but
Okay.
whether it's Wayne Gretzky or Christina
Gretzky
Friedland,
talaga.
what's your number one piece of advice for your successor when it comes
Okay.
to President Trump?
Ito, tingnan natin
Understand that the win-win is what we need. Making sure that everyone understands that we do better when we work together. That
Wow.
yes, the American
nun, ah.
president has a capacity to hurt the Canadian economy. There's no question about that. But anything an American president does to hurt the Canadian economy will also hurt American consumers, American workers, and American growth. We do better when we work together to take on the world,
work
whether
together.
it's China or Russia or anywhere else. When
Gusto ko
we
yun.
work together, we can't be stopped. And that's the focus that we need to have. And that's certainly what I continue to work on with President Trump.
Yun guys, napakinggan nyo naman yung sinabi ni Prime Minister, right? Justin Trudeau, na yung sagot niya doon sa mga sinabi ni Donald Trump, no? So, kayo na humusga guys, no? Ano ba ang tingin nyo? Nasatisfy ba kayo doon sagot? Para sa isang Donald Trump, di ba? Search nyo sa YouTube, marami kayong makikita about him, no? Pero kung paano hinandle or yung mga response ng mga mambabatas natin dito sa Canada, anong tingin nyo? Is that the right way to handle Trump? Di ba, no? Kasi yung dun sa first three, di ba, talagang maaanghang yung mga sinabi nila doon, no? Yung isa, tinawag siyang buffoon or clown. Tapos yung isa naman talagang galit na hindi daw siya sang-ayon talaga na maging 51st state ng US ang Canada. And then si Justin naman, kinda light no. Sa kanya is more of kailangan win-win, no. Which is para sa akin, okay yun, no. Kung talagang magkakasundo sila ng ganun na it should be win-win on both sides. Kasi guys, para sa akin, kung may negative effect yan, sino ba ang mas maapektuhan? Siyempre, yung mga citizen or yung mga tao na nandito sa Canada, 'di ba? Tayo ang magsasuffer niyan kapag hindi sila nagkasundo, 'di ba? So, let's see sa mga susunod pa na weeks or month kung ano ang magiging lagay ng Canada, no? Magiging 51st state nga ba tayo ng US or ipaglalaban ba tayo ng mga ating mambabatas at hindi tayo magiging part ng US? Hindi natin alam. 'Di ba? Ako, hindi ko talaga inisip na magre-resign siya, but here goes. Last Monday lang, nag-announce siya ng resignation si Justin Trudeau, 'di ba? So, lahat possible, no? Pwedeng mangyari na hindi talaga natin alam kung anong pang mga susunod na ganap dito sa Canada, no? So, siguro sa next natin na video guys, panoorin naman natin yung sagot ni Pierre, right? Yun guys, maganda rin yun. So, check natin, no? Pero sa susunod na yun kasi medyo mahaba na naman tong ating video. Okay? So, thank you again guys for watching and see you again on my next video. Peace.